All right, let's talk about something that really defines who wins and who loses in life: mental strength. We're going to dive into how you can build a mind that is so tough, so resilient, it can handle literally anything that comes your way.
You know, it all boils down to this one question, right? Have you ever just looked at someone and wondered, how do they stay so calm when everything's going wrong, while someone else just completely crumbles? Well, I'll tell you what it's not. It's not luck, and it's not raw talent. The difference is something you can actually build yourself.
And that something is mental strength. It's that grit, that ability to just keep pushing forward when it hurts. But the key phrase here, the part you really got to get, is deliberate practice. Mental strength isn't some gift you're born with. No way. It's a skill. And just like any other skill, you have to train it. So where does that training even start? Well, it begins with a fundamental shift in how you see everything. It's about changing your entire perspective. This is what we call the unbreakable mindset.
The best way to think about it is this: your mind is a muscle. Seriously, if you go to the gym and only lift tiny weights, you're never going to get stronger, right? Your mind is exactly the same. Resistance, challenges, discomfort, they're not your enemies. They're actually your best training partners.
And this slide just nails the difference. The weak mindset sees a problem and immediately thinks, oh, why is this happening to me? It feels like a punishment. But the strong mindset, it sees the exact same problem and thinks, okay, this is happening for me. Every single challenge is just preparation. It's a training session to get you ready for whatever's coming next.
Okay, so having the right mindset is the starting line. But real strength, that's built day in and day out through action. So this next part, this is your actual game plan.
These 4 habits are simple, but man, are they powerful. A cold shower. It's not just about getting cold. It's about willingly choosing discomfort over comfort first thing in the morning. Exercise? Well, that mind-body connection is absolutely real. Then you have meditation, which is like lifting weights for your focus. And finally, and this is a big one, you have to intentionally do hard things. Do one more rep. Make that phone call you've been dreading. You build resilience on purpose, so you're ready when life throws a real challenge at you.
You know, building strength isn't just about what you do. It's also about what you stop doing. Complaining? It literally does nothing but keep you powerless. Constantly seeking comfort? That just keeps you weak. And making excuses? That keeps you from taking ownership. The hard truth is, you always have a choice in how you respond. You gotta cut these habits out to make room for strength.
This quote really just says it all, doesn't it? Your comfort zone is the enemy of your growth. It's a nice place to visit, but nothing ever grows there. Every time you lean into that feeling of discomfort, you're literally choosing to get better. That's where all the magic happens.
Now, this all sounds good in theory, right? But let's look at a real-world example of someone who lived and breathed these principles. The story of Arnold Schwarzenegger is basically a masterclass in building an unbreakable mind. I mean, just look at this journey. It's incredible. He starts with absolutely nothing in a tiny village in Austria. He moves to a whole new country, can barely speak the language, has no connections, and what happens? He becomes the greatest bodybuilder of all time, a massive movie star, and the governor of California. That doesn't happen by accident.
And here's the most important part of his story. He wasn't the most genetically gifted guy. He wasn't born a superstar. His secret weapon was that he was willing to outwork every single person in the room. He famously said, it's the last few reps that make the muscle grow. So while everyone else was stopping when it started to hurt, he was just getting started. That's what separated him from everyone else.
And that brings us to our final, and honestly, the most crucial principle of all. This is the engine that drives everything we've talked about. It's the decision to choose discipline over motivation.
Okay, this is a tough one for a lot of people to hear. Motivation is a lie. It feels amazing, that spark of energy is great, but it's an emotion. And like any emotion, it disappears. It's flaky. If you only work when you feel motivated, you're never, ever going to be consistent enough to achieve anything great. This table just lays it out perfectly. Motivation is fleeting. Discipline is reliable. Motivation waits for the right feeling. Discipline acts regardless of feeling. Motivation might get you to the starting line, but it's discipline that carries you all the way to the finish line and beyond.
And this is the ultimate reward. Think about it. Every single time you keep a promise to yourself, you get up when the alarm goes off, you do the workout, you finish the project, you're casting a vote for the person you want to be. You're building trust with the most important person in your life, you. That's not fake confidence. That's real, earned, unshakable self-belief. So as we wrap this up, the main takeaway is this. This isn't about some massive overnight change. It's not about being perfect. It's just about starting. It's about making one small choice today that favors your long-term strength over your short-term comfort. That's it. That's where it all begins.
So ultimately, it all comes down to this one simple question, a question you're going to face a dozen times a day. What will you choose? Comfort or strength? Because the person you become tomorrow is built on the choices you make today. The choice is yours.